Is it one of those mega churches?
No, it's not a mega church.
Have you seen those videos? The pastor's like flying in the air.
Oh yeah. That's definitely not like that. No, it is kind of big. It's the biggest one I've ever gone to, but it's not
really?
like huge. Yeah, I used to go to one in Waco, and that one was really big. But I would go to the Spanish service, and the Spanish service there weren't that many people there. And that's actually now that I think about it, the one in Waco is the really big one. It's so super nice church, like the building itself. Before that, I went to a Pentecostal church. Don't go anymore. I wasn't a Christian then, and that it wasn't tiny, but it wasn't very big.
It's interesting. When I was younger, we went to my brother-in-law's father church, right? His dad's church, and so we went over there and we were just doing our thing, like, like we were children. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna go to church because we believe in God. It was just like I don't even know. Like, I'm a freaking child. Like, I don't know anything. So I go over there and I'm just there like, I woke up for this, like, cause I don't know, right?
Yeah.
I'm not at that age. I'm not at like a point where I'm like having cognitive understanding, right?
You're just there. You're basically just existing.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Over some time, got to know them and I got to experience it, and I'm like, okay, like everyone's really open arms and it's really nice. And fast forward, I ended up getting baptized, but I know of God.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until 2023 where I realized who God is. It was a much different thing. I believed in Him. And unfortunately, that doesn't get you to heaven. Relationship does. And so when I got my relationship with Jesus, I was like, man, now I understand it. Now I get it. Like, I can't just walk around and be 50%.
Yeah.
I have to be 100%, So, because of the relationship that I got around 2023, and that's why I said, like, most people kind of, like, and my friends group kind of disappeared, because that was the time when I was... Prior to that, I was getting molded, right? But until that moment, I was just like, okay, now it's 100%. Like, there's no, I'm not sure if I'm using the term right, lukewarm. There's no moment for that. It was just like 100%. And that's kind of what I wanted to go through. And because Jesus has helped me, He's given me wisdom. And during that time, I was just like, now I understand it. And I've had my fair share of people around me, even like family members, being like, why are you fasting, right? Or like, you're starving yourself, that's stupid, right? Like, crazy stuff like that, right? But like, in reality, it's just like, well, they probably don't know, right? I just say, like, like, the best way to say it for like the viewers, I would say I am a beggar for bread. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or anything. I'm just saying I know the owner of the bakery. And that's all, So that's my whole life. Like, that's kind of my idea. It's just like, I know the owner of the bakery. He lets me in and I'm satisfied, And without him, I'll be trying to bang in through the doors, trying to open the windows, and I would go in circles because I would never understand it, And because of God, man, He helped me a lot, and He's given me wisdom, and He's helped me have the courage and the confidence to go in public and talk to random people that I've never met, and I just straight up just say, can I pray for you? And honestly, I want there to be a moment where, like, the list that I've done will be so great that it starts to accidentally overlap. Like, some people will be like, oh yeah, you did it last week for me. Like, I want that, That would be so cool. Because at first I was like, I never thought about that. But now that I'm like, I have a little journal and I jot everybody's down and I write what I pray for them for. And I have every name or whatever.
Do you write it then and there, or do you?
No, I do it at home. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be like, wait, let me turn around. Let me get on your back real quick.
But there is moments where I'm just like, man, I want like, I'm about probably 4, maybe 3 little lines of new names until I change the page.
It must be.
But it's a small journal, so it's not like.
I don't know. Still, you're changing the page.
I suppose, yeah. But like, I want there to be a moment where I'm like, when the guy goes like, dude, last year you did it for me. And then I would want that conversation to be like, you have no idea how my life changed since then, And that's what I want. Now, it used to be like, not like seeking for validation of like if it worked or not, but it was more just like, I want them to be like, dude, like, this is what God's done for me, you know? And I'll be like, yes, this is exactly what I want.
That's what I was telling you about.
Yeah, yes. Honestly, it's all glory to God. I honestly don't do anything ever in my life now without praying for Him. And another thing is crazy. It just happened. I go to class. For those who don't know, I go to college. One of my assignments or my exams. Everyone in the group chat were like, "Bro, it's the hardest freaking exam I've ever seen," or whatever. Like everyone's freaking out. Like not just one person, but all of them. The class is 38 people around there, and everyone's freaking out. And I see this, and I'm like, "Oh crap, I'm about to fail this, right?" But then I'm like, "Okay, you know what?" And I get into it, and I'm like, "All right," and I start praying. I'm like, "Father, you're giving me the opportunity to, go through this and pass. And if I need to fail, please don't let me fail too much, because I really want to pass this class, And that's kind of just the idea that I went through, and I just went through it. I started doing it. Towards the very last question, I even prayed again and said, like, all right, like if it's your will, if I fail, then whatever, praise you. If not, if I do pass, then I'm a freaking sing, like it's gonna be awesome. And I submit it. Out of 38 people, bro, only 3 people passed, and I'm one of them.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Nice. Honestly, that's crazy. So I was just there like, let's freaking go. But yeah, it's just like, I don't do anything without a prayer behind it, because genuinely, like, that's who I am now.
For me, thinking back to it, so I went to a Baptist university. Baptist, right? There, I met some friends. I made some friends, they were Christian. At least one of them I know for sure was. It wasn't until COVID happened, was it like 2019?
Yeah.
2019, and I came back home, and I remember we got locked down, and my mom's like, hey, can you teach your siblings something about the Bible? And I said, sure, and she asked me because I had taken Bible classes in college. Yeah. And I remember being super angry at them for not understanding. It was bad. It was so
no
bad.
way.
But I wasn't a
Wait, how old are they?
They
like
were,
children?
They weren't that little.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe they were. I don't remember. This was what, like 3-4 years ago?
Like less than 11 years old? And you're yelling at them?
Yeah, well, okay. I wasn't a believer back then, okay?
His name is Noah, bro!
There was a flood! Wouldn't you understand? Flood? No. But I would get upset, and I remember I would, like, try to do, like, a Bible study for myself, that way I would know what I was teaching them.
Yeah.
And I'd be really confused. I really wouldn't understand things, and when I explained it, I guess it got across, and they wouldn't understand either. So that's when I started reading the Bible. I remember going back to college. I think, was it my first semester back, maybe? Do you remember the freeze?
Oh, yeah, the winter storm?
Yeah. So I remember going back, and I've been reading through the Bible, and honestly, I've been crying, dude, so much, because I would read it, and I was like, oh my goodness, is this true? Is this really true? I was slowly becoming convinced that I really was a sinner in need of grace and all these things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was reading it, and I was like, oh, man. And I remember I had one really close friend, and the freeze happened. And didn't know it was going to be that bad. And I really didn't have anything, I wasn't missing anything. I had food, it wasn't great, it was like tuna. That lasted me the whole week. I had water that I got out to buy. And I remember messaging my friend, I was like, hey, I don't understand what this means in the Bible, can you help me? And my friend responded, I was like, Google it. I don't know, figure it out, I'm busy. And it honestly, it really hurt me, and I was like, oh man. And I felt really bad. I remember praying, I was like, God, please give me wisdom so I can understand, God. I asked God to send me someone.
Yeah.
I was like, God, please send me someone who can explain, because I don't understand any of this. I don't know what I'm reading. I don't get it. I just know that it's making me basically freak out.
Yeah.
And I remember I would pray so much. I watch videos on YouTube too to try to understand it. And I would pray so much, and I know that was the week that God saved me. After praying, I remember just one day I woke up and I was like, I felt the weight lifted off of me, and I was like, yeah, I know that my life has been terrible. I know that now my life belongs to God, and I have to serve Him in some way. Unfortunately, I still don't know what way I'm supposed to serve Him. But I guess if praying worked the last time, it should work this time too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and ever since then, my life's been changing a lot. But yeah.
I hear you, dude. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm in the same boat when it comes just to, like, I've been trying to figure stuff out on my own, bro, and I can't get it. And it's just like, I keep going in circles, and literally in circles. Like, you know how people say, be equally yoked? Mm-hmm. Well, that expression is because, let's say you had a cow and the other one is just a lamb. The yoke is a thing that's around the neck.
Yeah.
And if it's lopsided like that, you're gonna be walking in circles. Like genuinely, it's not gonna be stabilized. You won't be comfortable, and it's just gonna mess up everything. And so genuinely, that's how I felt, man, for a very long time. I was just going in circles, trying to figure things out in my head. And honestly, it says in the Bible so many times, be still. And it's one of the things that Jesus. I mean, yeah, it's one of the things that Jesus has been telling me.